just go ahead and jump in, Mark, if you want to share your screen or anything
Sounds
like that.
Good. Sounds great. Cass, I'm also just sending you the card details so that we could get that set up.
Yeah.
I just sent that over to you. So I will go ahead and share my screen and we can get started and we'll kind of take care of that. Maybe ad hoc, maybe at the end as people join, whatever works best for everybody.
Cool.
Awesome. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we can get started here. So first of all, to introduce myself, my name is Mark. I work for Tolstoy here in the New York office. Tolstoy is a video-first commerce journey. So we're powering video commerce experiences for thousands of brands. I'll tell you a little bit about Tolstoy, what we do, go into some live examples, just to give you a roadmap of where we're going to go with this. After those live examples, I'll give some more details on all the different features that we offer. Then I'll talk a little bit about our partnership program, specifically the value that Tolstoy can help provide to smart sites and to your clients. And then we'll wrap it up with some questions from there. If you have questions in the middle, feel free to interrupt. You could use the raise hand. You could also just call out, whatever works best. Happy to answer any of those questions. So dive in here. What we do at Tolstoy is we're building infrastructure for video commerce. So we have a lot of different integrations. I'll start off showing you some live examples to give you a sense of different kinds of things that we offer so that you see what we're doing over here. So the first place you might recognize this is actually on your own website. So the interactive conversation here on the Smart Sites website is powered by Tolstoy. This is kind of how we got started with these interactive videos, being able to jump around into all of these, track the analytics on those, be able to create a more engaging user experience on these websites. Since we kind of started with the interactive videos over here, we really expanded our offerings and we do a lot of shoppable videos now. So what does that mean? A couple different ways. I'll show you this site over here. So this site still has this type of founder video. This one over here is this, sorry, it's a bit loud, opens up with this interactive video, who's behind it, kind of a founder story over here to go into. And then they've also got these customer stories. They've got some how-tos over here, different recipes, so that you could click into these and see with this widget, all the different videos that they have that are related to the products that they're offering. And what's really important about these is that you can shop right off of these videos. That's what we mean by having shoppable videos here. It's a really engaging user experience, and it's also proven to increase conversions, average order value, and really overall sales. You can also imagine it's really good for time on site. We show that it has large increases in time on site as well. It's really twofold. Number one, people are interacting with videos. Videos are longer than just images, and so people are on the site. But number two, we see people interact with these videos and they stay on the site. They want to explore more features around the site, learn more about the products, maybe learn more about the founders as well. So these are our PDP stories. I'll come back to these a little bit later, but just to kind of rapid fire highlight some different implementations that we have. There's a supplements brand over here. They're using our Spotlight carousel. So has one of these videos spotlighted in the middle that auto plays. And you can scroll through all of these. You'll see that these videos are shoppable as well. So if I click on any of these, it'll go to the product page. And you can also see the multiple products that are tagged in any of these videos. Some other brands that we're working with, we work with Mr. Beast's Feastables. This is a custom implementation. This is one of our homepage carousels, but looks a bit different than the last one, which is more typical for how people are using that. But we're able to customize these for any brands. Our CSMs are really talented and able to customize this to any brand's look and feel. In addition to that one, we're also working with Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, also using the PDP stories over here. Instead of opening with the player in the corner of the screen, this one actually opens up with a full screen experience that you can scroll through and also see all of these products on the side so that these would be shoppable as well. We're going to come back to this page in a little bit with another example. We're going to compare it to another site that's actually one of Smart Sites clients as well. And so we'll get to that a bit later in the presentation, but just to tease a little bit that we're going to come back to this one. Here's another brand using this homepage carousel. This is a skincare brand, another good use case for having videos. Same type of thing that we saw in the last one, being able to scroll through these, and these are shoppable as well. And then just to highlight a couple features beyond the carousel and the stories, we also have our hero video. So this is super high resolution video that you can feature right on the homepage that Princess Polly is using over here. And then another feature that they're using is our Discover feed, which is basically like having a TikTok or Instagram Reels type of experience right on your page with all of your own content. So this is just like I'm scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, but it's all Princess Polly's content and it's all shoppable. I can see on the side all the products that are featured in these videos as I'm going through, and it creates this super engaging experience for users. We'll come back to some good use cases for this that would be particularly useful for smart sites in a bit. But for now, let's just hop out of these examples. We'll come back to some of them in a bit. But we have these different examples. I want to talk about the value that Tolstoy provides to these brands. So I kind of mentioned these increases in conversion rate, average order value, time on site. We see really great results from people who are using these videos. What it really allows people to do, people create a lot of video content. And for most people, it just lives on their socials, on their Instagram, on their TikTok, but it kind of just sits there and doesn't get used. What this allows you to do is A, recycle that content and get more value out of it. And B, it makes the sites so much more dynamic and engaging for all of those users. We work with a lot of these brands. I mentioned some of these: Fenty, Feastables, Princess Polly right there at the top. And we also have a great partner community, which is going to be a bit more of our focus for today. We have a lot of great agency clients and also tech partners that we're working with to be able to provide value to their clients. We know that for our partners, your clients are your number one asset, and we want to make sure that we can provide them with the most possible value so that they can see great results on their sites, increase sales, keep those sites to be more engaging. So that's ultimately our number one goal. And my goal for this Lunch and Learn and beyond is to show you now and continue to be able to show you the value that we can provide to those clients. Before I get into some more of our features, wanted to focus on our ICP. So rank these roughly from 1 to 5, 1 being the most important. None of these are completely rigid. We work with a lot of brands that are outside of this ICP, but thought it would be helpful to kind of highlight who we're targeting so that you can have a sense of who might be the best possible fits for this type of technology. So starting with number 1, most of our brands are D2C e-commerce brands, and tying that into number 2, a lot of them are on Shopify Plus, but even just brands that are using Shopify. We have thousands of brands that are using Shopify. We're an app on the Shopify App Store. So the integration for Shopify is super, super easy. In terms of the implementation for non-Shopify clients, we are also able to do that. It's a bit of code that we can just embed on the site. Still super, super simple. It's just embedding a little bit of code instead of having a drag and drop type of block on Shopify. But we provide that code, and it's still super easy when you create those projects. Getting into some more of these, because we're doing everything with video, having a large video footprint on social media is a good indicator of which brands will be successful. Those are brands that already have a lot of video content, and so they'll be able to leverage that super easily. We integrate with Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Google Drive, Dropbox, wherever you get those videos from. And we also are introducing a new AI video feature, which I'll talk about a little bit later as well. In terms of the verticals that we're working with, there's really a lot, but just to highlight a few and some that I showed some examples of already. Consumables, anything like food and supplements, we have a ton of brands using those. Fashion, skincare, apparel, beauty, anything in that space, we have tons of clients to pull examples from, and also to show the value that people can expect within a given industry so that people can see how that's going to work for them, what kind of results they can expect from that. Lastly, this one's definitely not rigid as well, but kind of where we see more of the value and also an indicator of success is just looking at the number of visitors that some of these sites are getting on a monthly basis. Anything above that kind of 30K range is where we're seeing a lot of value. Below that, people are seeing great value as well. Some of those brands don't necessarily have as much video, so it's kind of a double proxy for who's going to get value out of the videos and kind of who has enough video to make really good use of that. I mentioned some of these already, but I want to talk a little bit more about all these different features, why they're useful, the value that those provide, so that you're able to understand which features might be most useful, whether it's on a certain landing page or specific pages on the website where these videos will be particularly useful. So before I get into that, one thing that I want to mention is that Tolstoy is designed to cover the entire customer journey. And I'm going to show you how some of these different examples cover everything from brand awareness and consideration to when customers are making purchases, and for post-purchase retention advocacy as well. So we have integrations for email and SMS campaigns. We're going to talk about those too as we go through this. So first implementation that we saw with that OMSOM example with the recipes that they had on their site is our product page stories. So all of these are product specific video feeds, and these are the #1 place that we're seeing big increases in conversion rate. So what we've seen is that clients who are including videos on their product pages, whether that's a how-to, a recipe, a kind of see it in action type of thing, which is a popular tagline that people are using on that page for something like skincare or fashion, to kind of see somebody wearing it, to see if it's skincare or makeup, how somebody's using it, for supplements or food, recipes, or other ways that people are preparing that. It's a really good way for your customers and for these clients, their end users, to be able to build some social proof and also see how that would work for themselves. So the way that this distributes, super simple. Once you've got all of the videos in Tolstoy, as I said, we integrate with all those different sources. So you would just log in with your Instagram account, for example. You then have all your Instagram videos within the Tolstoy platform. On Instagram specifically, we have an auto tagging feature. So it'll tag all of those videos. Because all of these videos are shoppable, the videos have to be tagged to the product that they're associated with. Auto tagging via Instagram is one way that we do that. So if products on Instagram are already tagged for Instagram shop purposes, for example, we can just pull those tags straight away, so they don't have to do any tagging on top of that. We also have an AI recommendation model that suggests products to tag for certain videos. So you can just go ahead and approve those instead of having to search for them. And even searching for them does not take particularly long. And once you've tagged them once, you don't have to worry about tagging them every time you want to put them somewhere else. It's going to scale really easily across all your sites. So for these product page stories, for example, you'll have these videos tagged. You'll create one product page stories project. I'll show you the Tolstoy backend in a little bit as well. So that'll make a bit more sense. And that's just going to distribute automatically across all product pages, putting the right videos on all of those pages for each product. The next thing that we have is that Spotlight carousel, which we saw on the Seek supplements page and also on the go-to skincare page at the beginning. A couple different ways that this is really helpful. One is time on site. A lot of people are putting this right on their homepage. And so as soon as people come to your page, they're able to see all this video content. And people can put here some best-selling products, maybe videos that are trending on Instagram or TikTok. And so this is really brands' best products, their best content. This is where you want to spotlight and feature those different products and keep the site really engaging so that everyone who comes to the site is able to interact with your brand right away. Also great for product discovery. People come to your site, they may not know exactly what they're looking for. They may have an idea of the kind of thing they're looking for, but they're open to exploring other options as well. Having something like this on the homepage is a great way to drive that type of discovery. We looked at the For You feed or the Discover feed on Princess Polly's site. Here's another example of it on Culture King's website in the mobile version. This looks just like having Instagram or TikTok right on the website. Being able to just scroll through these videos, you can see as it kind of scrolls across the bottom bar over there that you have multiple products that are tagged in each video, and you can just shop this feed as you're going through all of this. So customers are able to swipe through many, many more products than they otherwise would if they were kind of just looking at individual products or looking around the page. And it's in a much more familiar and engaging way for all those customers to engage with the content. In terms of the algorithm behind this Discover feed, we have an AI recommendation engine. It's trained on over 1 billion shopper video sessions. A lot of that comes from the Shop app where we're implementing this as well, which is something that I'll get to in a bit also. In terms of email campaigns, we have an integration with Klaviyo, makes it really easy to embed videos in any email campaign. So let's say you're doing an abandonment flow, customer's seen a product, they abandoned that product, they didn't end up purchasing it. You want to be able to send them an email, say, hey, see you were checking out this product, you might want to come back to it. The goal of that email is ultimately to bring that customer back to the site, specifically back to that product page, in the attempt that that person will convert and become a paying customer specifically for that product. What we're able to do with videos here is engage customers with the content directly in the email. So we have the ability to put these videos on the product page. What we do here is we embed them within the email directly. So they'll render as GIFs in that email. You can see an example of it over here. When you click on any of these videos, it takes you right back into the product page and it'll take you into the video feed. So with that Fenty Beauty example, where it kind of opened up full screen, or you can have it with the player in the corner of the screen, the way that Amsam had it, clicking on any of these videos will take you straight into that video feed. Now you're right back on the product page, and you're also directly in an engaging video feed that's also shoppable. So in 2-3 clicks from the email, you've seen a couple of videos and you've already been able to make a purchase straight off of watching all of those videos. I mentioned the Shop app. So a lot of Shopify merchants, the majority, are on the Shop app. This is Shopify's direct-to-consumer app. So everyday customers are using this app to explore brands and products in an engaging way. This will reset here in a second. So the Shop app has this popular videos for you section on the app, which looks like this similar implementation where you can scroll through these videos and then kind of just browse through this. Everything in the Shop app's video section is 100% powered by Tolstoy. All these videos, all these brands are brands that have integrated their videos with Tolstoy. And as soon as you have that, we syndicate these videos to the Shop app for you completely for free. They're basically free ads for these businesses in front of over 1 million shoppers on the Shop app every single day. So this is a great way for brands to just increase the volume of traffic coming to their site. Being able to have these videos on the Shop app, customers are able to look at this. This is also backed by that recommendation engine. So everyday customers are seeing products that are related to them. And if you're able to have your videos on there, they're basically free ads for your business that you can leverage on the Shop app. In addition to this popular videos for you feed, we also have the ability to put the videos directly on the brand page and on the product pages within the Shop app. One concern that some clients have, and even for clients with a lot of video, they always want to get more, but that concern is sometimes this looks great, but how do I know I have enough video to get a lot of value out of this? So as I mentioned, we have integrations with all those different sources. So if you have your own branded content that lives on any of those, you're able to pull that content in and use it right away. Another feature that we have is the ability to search for UGC on Instagram. So what you can do is you can search by hashtag or by post that your brand is tagged in. It'll pull up those posts. You can filter it by likes or by date so that you're able to sort through that. And what you can do, you can click on any of the videos there and you can request the usage rights from the person who posted it. What happens, this is all taken care of through the Tolstoy app. You don't even have to go into Instagram to do any of this. From the Tolstoy app, you'll click on that video. It'll prompt you to send a direct message to the person who posted it on Instagram. You can personalize this message. Also, what it'll do, it'll send something like, we love this post. We'd love to be able to use it on our site. And in addition to this message, it'll also include a link. That link will bring that user to this landing page. It'll say, congratulations, brand X wants to use your content. Do you approve or decline? Whether that original poster approves or declines the content over there, it'll either go into this approved section or it'll be denied and you won't have access rights to use that. When I dive into the back end of the app, after I get through some of these features, I'll show you where this lives as well so that you can see how that's integrated into the video library. We also have that hero video that I mentioned, and it's important to mention here that the hero video and all of the other videos that live on the site have absolutely no impact on the site feed. Everything is really well optimized for performance. All the code behind it is super lightweight. We have a lot of optimized loading techniques to make sure that none of these videos are going to slow down your site. The last thing that we want is you've embedded videos, but your site takes a hit because everything's taking too long to load and your page speed is slow. So none of this is going to impact site speed at all over here. In terms of some different techniques that we're using to do that, they're all summarized here. I'm not going to go into every single one of these, but two that I do want to mention. Number one, comparing Tolstoy stories directly with something like having a YouTube link embedded on the site. One, in terms of the actual design, having the stories here is a more familiar to social media experience that people are used to. It also allows you to see more videos than one YouTube video and generally in shorter form content. And number two, the code behind the Tolstoy stories is 2 orders of magnitude lighter than the code that goes behind a YouTube video like this. So having the stories instead over there is going to decrease the amount of code that's living on the website just to host videos, and you're able to get more video out of it. The other piece that I want to highlight is that all of this is very well optimized for SEO. So because all these files are compressed and able to work with different layouts, etc., all this is very well optimized for SEO, so it'll help your scores there as well. For all of these videos, one of the most important things to mention is the analytics that we track on all of this. So having the video is great, but how do we show the value that you're getting out of these videos? So we track all these different analytics over here: revenue, viewership, engagement rate, conversion rates, average order value. We'll track these for Tolstoy customers, that green line over here, versus non-Tolstoy customers. You can see kind of the increases that this brand is seeing over here with all of those. And then we'll also show highest converting videos. And I'll talk about an interesting use case for that in a little bit as well. But it's great to see which videos are highest converting for a variety of reasons, that these are videos that are working really well for our customer base, and we want to use these and get more value out of them. Example that I want to go into here. So I mentioned we would come back to that Fenty beauty example with the Fenty fragrance line. I want to highlight a Smart Sites client over here, and perhaps if we have the PM on the call, might shout them out, versus one of their competitors. So here's what I want to take a look at over here. So this brand is Forever Luxe. I went on their mobile page over here, looking at one of their products, and we're going to compare that to the way that Fenty looks on their site. So this will reset here in a minute, but what I wanted to show here is from this product page, you scroll down and you have one of these YouTube videos over here. So you can kind of see that YouTube video. Maybe people will click on it, maybe not. This video is about 3 minutes long over here. Most people are not going to get to the end of this 3-minute video on the site. And like I was showing before, it's going to be really heavy on the page. And we can make that much lighter and much more engaging. So compared to this example from Fenty that we were taking a look at, the much cleaner See It in Action tab over here, able to scroll through these products, get a lot of information very quickly and in shorter form content that people are more used to. And most importantly, these videos are also shoppable. So from these videos, I can click into this, I can add the product to cart. Now it's in my cart, and I can shop that product straight away from the PDP that I was on. So right from that See It in Action tab, you can see it right here in about 3 clicks. From that PDP, I'm already checking out from the video that I was watching. I don't have to exit that experience to be able to check out somewhere else. I can do everything straight away right through there. What we can do, and our graphic designer put this together over here, we can include something like this See It in Action tab over here. And now I've got all these videos in that same type of short form, TikTok style, engaging content, and able to scroll through all of these. And then these would be shoppable as well. Important for me to mention that our graphic design team is really good about putting these mockups together. We can put these together for any of your clients that you think would benefit from using Tolstoy. It's a really easy way to be able to show them, we put this together for you. We think it would be a great way to increase the value that you're getting out of the site and also leverage some of those videos, and something we could turn around very quickly. Yeah, Danielle, I see you have a hand raised over here.
Yeah, so are you in talks with Forever Luxe?
We are not. I caught up with Cass earlier. We were kind of doing a bit of account mapping, and so this is one that I was taking a look at, but we're not actively in talks
I
with them.
used to manage this client, but now another colleague, I'm not sure if he's on the call, Christopher, he manages him, but I feel like this client would love this because like you said, like even when he first pitched the idea to me, that really long video, I thought it was a little long for PPC. So I feel like this would be great for him. And I'd love to share it with him too.
Totally. I'm more than happy to send you the full file as well,
Cool.
so that you'll be able to use that. And I'm also happy to share the slides after this, so you'll have the whole like before and after experience if you want to do that too. But like I mentioned, this is also something that we can create for any of these clients quickly and easily. So if any of these come up, we're happy to make any of those. But let's connect after this, and I'm happy to send you these that you've got them. Awesome. Cool. That's a great transition. You were mentioning PPC right there. I want to talk about some ways that using Tolstoy is able to go hand in hand with some of these PPC campaigns. So a couple of these, I think they're all super important, but basically the overall idea that I want to highlight here is the goal of these PPC campaigns is ultimately to be able to have customers through these PPC campaigns convert into paying customers. And so, like Danielle just highlighted, having a super long video like that is not necessarily the most engaging way to convert a customer who has come to a certain page through one of those sites. Having this shorter form content is going to be great to increase engagement and also conversions. Also, having the analytics behind which videos are working really well is going to create a positive feedback loop for some of these PPC campaigns. So the way I kind of envision this is through the PPC campaign, if you're sending clients to a particular page, or customers, sorry, to a particular page, what you can do is you can see which videos on that page are converting particularly well. And once you have some analytics on which videos are working really well, you can feed those back into the PPC campaigns to understand which videos we want to highlight, because these videos as an end video before customers are converting into paying customers, this is what's really driving the value over there. So between kind of enhancing the user experience and also getting those analytics, it's a great way to go hand in hand with some of these PPC campaigns, like that example that we were just taking a look at also. To talk about our partner program, mentioned it very briefly earlier, but want to go into the details over here. So the bottom line is Tolstoy wants to be the best partner, and I want to be the best possible partner for you and your clients. So what we can do for you and for those clients, any client who's referred to Tolstoy will get a full white glove implementation in the installation process. They'll also get ongoing VIP support with one of our CSMs, whether they want a Slack channel, a bi-weekly, a monthly, quarterly call, a weekly call, daily call if they want it. We're happy to set up those touch points with any of them to make sure they're getting the most value out of the platform. The way that we do the revenue share is for any clients who close a business or enterprise deal that's usually above like that 20 to 25K visitors per month and above. We'll do the 20% revenue share. We'll pay that on a monthly basis, so that you're able to get some kickback from the referrals that you're getting there. The other way we can do it is we can also do a discount. If you prefer for the client to have a discount, we would always let the partner know that, or the client know that that discount is thanks to our partnership with Smart Sites, so that we're able to reflect positively on that. Again, we know that your greatest asset is the client, and so we want to make sure to keep them happy and know that they're getting a discount as a result of the partnership that we have with you. And we're happy to do either the revenue share or the discount, whatever the project manager would want at their discretion. One other promo that I want to highlight for the summer over here is for any referrals that are made between now and the end of August, we can do an exclusive free trial extension for any enterprise deals that are closed. So typically we offer a 14-day free trial for clients who are first using the platform. We can give a much longer trial for any of those referrals that are made between now and the end of August. So an exclusive promo that we have going for the next couple months that I wanted to highlight over here, and exclusive to Smart Sites, so that only you guys are able to provide that exclusive value to your clients. We're also, I mentioned having Slack channels for the clients with their CSMs. We can also set up a Slack channel between all of us so that we're able to very easily communicate things back and forth, whether that's for particular clients, whether it's product questions, whether it's bugs, issues, happy hours, events, etc. Just be an easy way for us to communicate and have that open line of communication always. And then the bottom line is we want to be your partners for all things video commerce related, whether that's help with implementations for people who want to implement Tolstoy on their site, whether we want to do some joint case studies for some clients that are seeing success with it, whether it's product questions, questions about really anything video in the e-com space. We want to be an extension of your team that you can always ask questions to and always kind of see that value from. In terms of the referral process, thought it might be helpful to just include a email template over here, and you'll have this as well. And I could send this over in text format so that it's not just on the slide. Fairly basic email. I don't really need to go into this too much, and obviously you could change it as much as you want, but if it makes it easier, just an easy way to kind of refer clients over, quick blurb about what we do over here at Tolstoy and how some of those clients will see that value. That's about it. That's us. That's the value that we provide. Yeah, if there's any questions, I'm happy to answer those, go into anything. If there's any specific websites or accounts that you want to take a look at, happy to go into that as well. Appreciate all the emojis, everybody. But yeah, any questions, let me know. Now's the time.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I have a client. I'll drop their URL in the chat, and they're looking to increase their tech stack. We're implementing single source truth attribution reporting that they're pretty excited about. So they sell digital products though. So it's like fonts, mockups, brushes, templates, and stuff like that. You know, it's one of my my highest spending clients in terms of paid advertising, one of my highest revenue generating clients. So, you know, I'm just curious if you would think these guys would be a good fit. It's not your traditional product demonstration, but still a lot of tagging within their social media strategy to the different fonts that the creators make on the site. So just curious of your like just general thoughts on these guys.
Totally. Yeah. Let me pull it up over here so that we can all take a look at it right here, and we'll do this completely live together. So taking a look around here, can you just go into a bit more detail on like what exactly like the product is? And I mentioned it a bit.
Absolutely. But so basically what they do is they provide like a couple of different things. They provide individual files to just different fonts, templates for social media formattings, you know, different mockups, brushes. And then also what they do is they sell a membership where you get a certain amount of these free assets every single month. They also work with designers so that the designers can sell their designs on Creative Market. So basically, you know, they have a very large pool of creators that, you know, are designing different fonts and different templates for Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest. And then, you know, they get paid by, you know, uploading their designs here. And then, you know, Creative Market gets paid by the monthly subscribers or the, you know, designers going in to buy like, you know, the font or the template for a, you know, a brand breakdown, stuff like that.
Awesome. So I am taking a look at the site. I'm trying to look at their social content also, but it looks like I just got bumped
drop
off.
you their Instagram. They're very active, and I think just the Instagram strategy will give you a good idea of those couple objectives, whether it's getting membership subscribers, whether it's selling individual fonts or templates. Yeah, very low AOV,
Let's take a look at that.
very, very high purchase frequency.
Awesome. Let me open that up. I actually, looks like I just got booted off of Instagram on my computer.
No
So I might
worries.
just open this on my phone and turn it around so that we can have a look at it here. Cool. Just to make sure I've got it. It's this account over here, right? Creative Market.
Yeah, that's them.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, they've got huge Instagram following, like 200,000 followers. Anything over like 50,000 followers is more than enough to kind of drive that engagement. And much more importantly, like that, they've got 2,000 posts over here. And looks like they're getting a lot of content, like you mentioned. I think what would be great about this is there's lots of different ways and places that you could feature it on the site. So they have like products that they sell, right? Whether those are font families or some of those different packages that you were mentioning, we can have those videos like probably anywhere, like usually right below the CTA is where the videos are most effective on the product pages. So if we can have them like under the buy now, either before or after these categories, either would work. I would probably recommend like right below buy now is the best place that we see it. But especially if these are already tagged, like you mentioned, which
Yeah.
I'm sure a bunch of them are, I think that would be a great thing they can put on their website. And also for a website like this, probably really good for product education.
Yep.
If I come to this site and I'm just not 100% sure, if I wasn't familiar with what I'm seeing over here, say I was sent here from an Instagram ad or something like that, and I want to learn more about it, having those types of videos over here would be a great way to do that. And then you can customize what those videos would say. So for example, if we take a look back at this Omsom example, they've got like our noodles, how to, should actually probably clean this up now that I'm taking a look at it. So you can title those so that it's really clear what value they're trying to convey and provide to their customers. And then you can also customize that exactly to the look and feel of their website. One thing that I realized I did not get to also, and this would be a perfect time for me to go into it, is what the app actually looks like. I just realized that I left that part out. I forgot to jump into it. I got so excited about all the features. But here's where like all that content would sit in the video library. So all these integrations, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc. Once you've got these videos, you can see that we have product suggestions for anything that's featured in the video. Makes the tagging process super easy. And then we also have the auto tag feature for Instagram that I was mentioning. So for any of those Instagram videos that are already tagged, you literally just click auto tag, tags all those videos straight from the Instagram tags, and those are ready to go on all those product pages.
Yeah.
In terms of what that would look like with the stories, it'll show you for all your products, all the videos that you have associated with them. You have complete flexibility over which videos will be displayed. You can hide certain videos. You can pin certain videos that they always show first. And then the design options are no code required. The whole platform is really meant for everyone. So no code required to do any of this. You can play around with all the design features straight away in here so that you can match everything exactly to the brand's look and feel.
Yeah, like looking, so if you click back to that product page, what's even cooler is each of these fonts and templates are like, if you look underneath Thorns and Thistle Sans Family, you'll see the creator name like under the product title. Like at the top, you'll see the creator name. So a lot of the times they have deals with these creators for them to post partnership posts on Instagram with that exact product that they've designed, and then tag that product. So theoretically, we'd be able to have the demonstration video of the actual designer showing how to put the product in use, which I think could be really, really be a great opportunity.
Yeah, I think that would be super cool. One relatively new feature that we have also is called the tile. I didn't spotlight it just now, but what the tile is it's basically a completely customizable block that some people are putting on their PDPs already. And instead of kind of having the video feed or having it as a see it in action, it would basically be like roughly this size. You can change it around, but most people it's kind of around this size and could go like right here on the website. And so that's just like, it's a really clean video. It doesn't look like a YouTube link where it's like you hover over it, it's got the big red square in the middle, you got to press on it, and then it's got a lot of bells and whistles of like different ways to integrate with YouTube. It's really just like very basic video, play button, volume button, as like bare bones as possible to make the UI very clean. But if there's like one main video for the product that's like the creator posted it, this is like the book on how to use it, ways that it's useful, a great way that it looks, I think that would be another great implementation, something we could work on also.
Yeah, we definitely have to, give you guys like a top 100, top 500, top 1,000, because their catalog is like over 2 million.
Yeah.
So be a fun one for us to work on. But yeah, sounds like there's a good one-to-one match here. I'll bring it up with them the next time we talk, and we'll see what we can do here.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds good. And as I mentioned before, like we're totally able to create a mock-up of what that would look like that I could share with you also, so that you've got that to be able to say, here's your site before, here's your site after, and this is the videos that we could put on there.
Yeah, love it, man.
Awesome. I know we're close to time over here, but any other, I didn't mean to stop the whole share, but I accidentally did. Any other questions while we're still here and have a little bit of time? I would say speak now or forever hold your peace, but that's not true. We're going to open up a Slack channel and you can also ask any questions there. Cool. Well, I know we're right about at time. Just got a closing slide over here. We're able to create these video experiences for any of these e-com brands, and even for the non-e-com brands. Some people are using it for like founder stories and stuff, etc. Some of those use cases as well. So I think we've got a lot of great stuff going on, and already a couple of joint accounts that I think we could work on, and I'm excited to work on those opportunities and a lot more. And as I mentioned, I think the most important piece, if you take anything out of this, is we want to be the best possible partner to you. So any questions, video commerce, any questions about the platform, I'm more than happy to answer all those. And you can think of the Tolstoy team as an extension of your own.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark. This was an excellent presentation. I feel like our clients and prospects would benefit from hearing some of this stuff. Like, it's just like super interesting learning about video commerce. So really appreciate the time today. And I will make sure to get this presentation from you. If you could just send it to me, and then I'll reshare it with the entire team.
Yep. Sounds great.
Awesome.
And there should be lunch vouchers either in your inboxes or on the way. So everyone can enjoy lunch on Tolstoy too.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. I'll get those out today. So, yep.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right, great to virtually meet everybody, and hope to be in touch with you all soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, sounds good, Mark. Thanks, man.